I want to keep this tutorial pretty simple yet interesting, and therefore I've decided to show you all or introduce you all to these three options right here, which is auto tone, auto contrast, and auto color. And for doing so, I'm going to use these three images, and the download link to them will be in the description. Sorry for that. I'm basically going to give you all the link to this website. Come over here, click on the download option, and the download will begin. And once you have downloaded them, work along with me, friends. So if anyone over here who doesn't know how to import a photograph inside Adobe Photoshop, it's actually very easy. Just click on any just do a double click on anywhere on this blank area, and the open dialog box will pop up. This is good when you don't have any image loaded and you want to start your work. But say if you already had something loaded and now you cannot find this blank area, you can go to File, go to Open, and the same dialog box will come again. Another easy way is to basically go to My Computer or your desktop, or basically anywhere where you have all your images, select all of them and drag them inside Photoshop. Now there is nothing like an amateur uses this method or a beginner uses this. I myself, being an advanced user, still use this method, so there's nothing like that. So let's get started with today's tutorial. Firstly, let me show you what auto contrast, or basically what is basic editing. Now when I say basic editing, we're going to be editing the entire image in one shot. So we're not going to specify to Photoshop that we only want to change the background, or we want to change the sky in the image, or we want to change the color of a dress. We're going to adjust the entire image in one shot. So that's what I mean by basic editing, right? And sometimes these three options may work with you or they may work against you, because frankly these are auto tone, auto contrast, and auto color, right? So you don't have a lot of control over them. But sometimes when you are running against a deadline and you want to correct like 200-300 images in one shot, like not in one shot, but if you really want to correct them fast, then this can be a good launching pad for you. So I'm going to get started with auto tone. Right now you can see the keyboard shortcuts are listed here, but frankly, and this is my recommendation actually, you really don't need to remember these, because these three options you won't really be using a lot of them. Like you won't be using them a lot of time, because as a pro I like to have more control over my edits, and these don't give me that. So it's good to have the knowledge that where they are and what they do, but you don't really need to get into this much detail. Okay, so don't remember all these complex keyboard shortcuts. So you're going to go to Image, Auto Tone, and you can see that there's a green cast on her dress, and when we use the auto tone command, that just goes away. So this is the before, or the original image, and this is the after. So and I'm assuming that the green cast was caused because of all the greenery in the background, and because there would be trees surrounding her, therefore we had that green cast. So this is the before and this is the after. Now you can combine multiple options of this. For example, if I was to take auto tone, you can see that we have a little change in the environment and in the lighting setup of the image. But when we go to image and auto color, we are really changing the mood of the entire image onto a cooler side of the mood, like we're giving it a soft blue tint. Now the best part about these three options are that you can have them used again and again on a same image. For example, I just use the auto color. If I use it again, you can see that it still works and it gives me a different result. And like I said before, these sometimes may work with you or sometimes will go against you. So you really have to understand how do they work, and just work accordingly. So go to image, and one last time I'm going to go with auto contrast. And basically what contrast is it adjusts the differences between the lights of the image and the darks of the image. So the darkest part and the lightest part of the image. So you can really see over here, right here in the details of the dress, you can see that there's a slight change. You may not be able to see this in the recording, but if you were to download this and see this for yourself, you can see that there's a slight change in the photograph, and that is what auto contrast does. Now this brings me to another interesting topic inside Photoshop, and I really want to get this clear to all the beginners out there. I'm going to go to File, I'm going to take New Option, and I'm going to click OK. I'm not going to teach you all what all these different settings are in this video, but I want to introduce you all to the concept of undos inside Photoshop. Now as we know, Adobe Photoshop is an image editing app, so we really need to see the before and the after of an image, right? So therefore I'm going to draw like say 7 strokes right here real quick, not wasting any of my time. right there. Now if I was to press Ctrl Z, I'm gonna go one step back, but if I press Ctrl Z once again, I'm gonna return to my original file or my original image. And this is because this helps us see the before and the after of the picture again and again. For example, if I was to go here and take auto color, I'm really sorry for that, I just had a call. But if I take auto color, or say over here, if I go onto this image, say auto color, this just made the image a little more bluer. Press Ctrl Z, this is gonna return me to my original image. Ctrl Z again and to my after image. So this really helps me see the before and the after of the image, and that's why we have this function inside Photoshop. But sometimes you want to go multiple step backwards, or you want to have multiple undos with you. So what you can do is press Ctrl Z one time, and to go one more step back, press Ctrl Alt Z, and you'll see that you can take multiple step backwards now. So I just want to make this clear to you. If you want to use multiple undos, Ctrl Z is for the first time, and then Ctrl Alt Z, and you'll be going multiple step backwards. See that? And that's how you get to your original file.